Good morning. Well, this really sucks. We are out in our brand new Ram Limited. And guess what? 77 miles and I gotta drive in this crap. Welcome to St. Louis. Starting out the trip, we're leaving from St. Louis to go to McLeansboro, Illinois. And we're at 88 miles now and averaging 20.2 miles to the gallon. So we'll be interested to see how this brand new Ram 1500 fares today, especially in this crappy weather. We're a whopping 28 degrees, as you can see on the Ram information system right in the middle of the steering wheel. Top right. We have the compass on the left, battery voltage on the bottom right, and temperature, oil pressure on the bottom, oil pressure on the bottom right, battery voltage on the bottom left. So this is really depressing, driving my brand new truck in this crappy St. Louis weather. But like they say about St. Louis, if you don't like the weather, wait a day. So hopefully tomorrow's another day, we'll get it cleaned up and back to brand new again. So we've got the truck all set up. I spent Saturday night getting all the information set up in the truck. As you can see, this absolutely awesome.
Turn left onto US 40 eastbound.
This absolutely awesome navigation screen is just fabulous.
Onto US 40 eastbound.
Everybody's going to laugh at me in this video for leaving that on, but anyway, there's the turn-by-turn indicator in the middle of the dash. So let's get a little more in depth about this truck. First of all, it's Monday, December 16th, and I'm heading over to McLeansboro, Illinois for a work matter on a job I'm doing for one of the banks for receivership. My day-to-day job is real estate business. Anyway, brand new Ram Limited 1500 with the 5.7 bed. I'm now, as of this portion of the video, at 117 miles. We are. I got the tri-color pearl white paint. I got all the standard options with the limited package, as everybody knows. It's got the upgraded seats and the steering and the wheels and yada yada yada. The slide out side steps are great, all part of the limited package. The large screen, the 12-inch plus screen. Some of the extras we got were the 22-inch wheels. I got the panoramic sunroof. We got the Ram box system, which I absolutely wouldn't live without. Got the 33-gallon fuel tank. I got the step assist on the side. Did not get the new split tailgate, which is actually a 2020 item. This is a leftover 2019. Black interior. Did get the locking axle option. Again, the 33-gallon tank. I think that's pretty much it. Great truck. This is my third Ram Limited and fourth Ram 1500 pickup. I got into the Rams because I tow my race car trailer about 4 to 8 times a year, depending on the year, and 1.5 ton to tow with. I've had an F350, I've had GMC Suburbans, 2500 series, etc., etc. First of all, I'm a car guy. Second of all, for my daily driver, I really prefer a truck. Just for what I do. I'm in a real estate business. I do a little bit of building, a little bit of construction, a lot of property management, and a lot of real estate brokerage. And the nice thing about the Ram Limited in particular, is that you can take clients out in it and not be embarrassed. The truck is beautiful inside. if you're watching this video, you're probably already aware from watching all the test drive videos that are out there. These things are really well decked out. As you can hear in this video, I'm running right around 70 miles an hour with the cruise control set, at 120 miles as we sit here and talk. But the truck is very, very quiet, very, very luxurious. The wood trim, the leather appointments on the dash, all the stitching, it's just gorgeous. Some of the other things I like about the truck on the 2019-2020 quote all-new Ram is the, everybody forgets to mention it too, is the tilting rear seat, or reclining rear seat, which actually the butt of the seat slides out. There's a handle between your legs in the back seat, and you just grab that handle and slide your butt forward, which effectively reclines the back seat. And one of the nice things about the Rams in general is on the crew cabs, on my last two, which were both 2017s, there's plenty of room in the back, and the seats are not uncomfortable, unlike I'm not trying to beat on GMC products or Fords, but Ford in particular, the back seat is pretty abysmal to ride in, at least prior to 2018. I did go look at a Platinum F-150 last Friday just to make sure I was making a right choice in staying with the Ram, which I feel I did. But the Platinum F-150 was not as nice an environment to sit in the back. The GMC, I haven't sat in one since 2017. I've got a friend of mine who has one. So to be fair, I have not been in a new one, but it was not nearly as comfortable as my 2017 Ram 1500 Limited. Now that we are in the quote all-new Ram Limited, it really is a nice place to be. Now mind you, I haven't ridden back there. I just sat back there when I picked it up at the dealer on Saturday. By the way, I got this at South County Chrysler Jeep Ram in St. Louis, Missouri. And shout out to first Mike Chorba and his partner Jeff Taylor, who taken great care of me. I actually bought a truck very similar to this one, 2019 model, for a friend of mine in Florida, because he was able to get a much better deal up here. And again, Mike took fabulous care. Did buy another one of these in March for a buddy of mine, Mark, down in the Villages down in Florida. He had seen my 2017 Ram Limited and really liked it. And then when the new ones came out, he wanted to drive the new 2019s, which he did in February, and then made a deal the best he could down there, and then called me and said, hey, can you do any better on the pricing? Which I did. So thanks to South County Dodge Ram Jeep in St. Louis, again, Mike and Jeff, the Crazy Guys team. But two I've bought from them now, and this is just a fabulous truck. So back to the truck for a little while. Starting to get daylight out now, which is nice. A couple things. One, I did get the 321 rear end, rear gear. I did not get the 392 rear gear. As I mentioned, I do tow a lot, but as a friend of mine, Jim, and I were talking about last night, he's got the 392 on his 2019 Ram Limited. Again, that he saw my 17 and decided he wanted the new 2019. Anyway, he did get the 392 gear, and we were both towing our race car trailers earlier this year when I went to Mid-Ohio to race my vintage Corvette, and we towed side by side. And interestingly, I got about 1 mile per gallon, maybe a mile and a half per gallon, excuse me, better with my 17 Ram Limited with the 321 gear. So again, this one's got the 321, not the 395. The other thing I really didn't want were the big mirrors, and my biggest problem with the big mirrors is that they are manual folding instead of electric folding, which is very frustrating if you're driving around town or park in the city or the street park a lot, manually putting those in. So these ones are really nice, just again, side folding mirrors. And again, I'm telling you, I bought this truck. This is not a test drive about a truck that I'm thinking about buying or just a review of the truck. This is a truck I actually bought. Real world circumstances, real world comparison. Now we're at 17.6 on the miles per gallon. The truck's running just under 2,000, about 1,800 RPMs at 77 miles an hour. So, anyway, she's doing well. A little disappointed in the gas mileage, but 129 miles, so I'm sure the motor is not broken in. Some things that are cool are the lane assist. Just go over here and see how we do and show you how it works here. I think. So now it's picking up the guy in front of me. I think we'll do it. So there we go. All right, so the adaptive cruise control is on. Let's see how it goes here. Let's pick up the guy in front of me. I've got the distance set at far, so I'm sure we pull it down closer, we can get a little bit closer, but we're not given the conditions. The other thing I just noticed as I'm looking at the dash, I've got it on, or it's on entry exit ride height, which I'm not sure why, but we will put it on. Go up. Let's see if it goes to aerodynamic. That may help mildly with the fuel mileage. There we go. There's aero ride height achieved. So that'll be interesting to see if that aids or modifies the fuel mileage at all. Alright, I'm going to wear everybody out, continuing to come back to this screen, but it's awesome. I've got it on split screen now, which all I have to do is hit the home button on that top left side, and I've got it on navigation and on my radio. I don't think I'm breaking any copyright rules by just showing what radio station I'm on. But the other thing I forgot about that I didn't note is the lane departure. And even in this crappy weather with the road partially covered, it works really well. I didn't think I'd like it. My wife's Cadillac CTS-V has it, but it's actually pretty cool. You turn it on and off with that switch up there on the dash. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm on the highway. However, just hit that button and it turns the lane departure or lane assist off. I think it's a good feature. It has warnings also if people get beside me in the left-hand side, outside of the mirror. Also, the outside mirrors, when you put it in reverse, they go down. I'll try to show that in this video before it ends. Including the outside convex mirrors, they actually adjust as well, which is pretty darn cool. So a bunch of little things that they updated on this. I didn't have that on my other one. It's pretty cool. And I did get the trailer brake, which I forgot to mention. There's one other thing I forgot to mention a minute ago, but I'll get back to it. Alright, so here's the adaptive cruise control adjusting to what's going on. As you can see, I've got a car in front of me here who's doing 69, so I'll jump in the left-hand lane here. And as soon as I jump over here, bingo. She jumps to where I had the cruise control previously set. Look, Ma, no feet. Anyway, so it jumps right back over there, which is pretty darn cool. And again, you can adjust the distance for what you adjust right there. If you push the top, it picks up the speed, or it senses the car in front of you a little bit farther away. Push the bottom one and then it gets closer. But again, given this weather conditions of 30 degrees and crap, at this for a minute as we're driving along. This is on the lane assist stuff. Now I'm going to pull up on somebody here in a second. Obviously my adaptive cruise control is going to dump, which I'm doing right now. The other thing is the lane departure stuff is working great. It's pretty cool. So you'll see here, as I start to depart to the left line goes yellow. Yellow, which is kind of a nice feature again. The steering wheel tries to push you to the back. Again, nice little feature as I'm sitting here driving. We're now up to 168 miles. So I put about just under 100 miles on it today. Got about another half an hour drive to my appointment. But anyway, just little things I keep catching. The other thing that's kind of nice is the light touch blinkers you can see in the top left. Just light touch, and it's 3 blinks. Hope I'm not boring you to death. If you stuck around this long, obviously you found this video informative. Okay, trying to wrap up this video, and as you can see, since I last left off on this on the way to Illinois yesterday, about 30 hours ago, the weather was nice. When I got back in the truck to head back to St. Louis for my appointment, we had severe weather and about 7 inches of snow and freezing rain and sleet, which made a 2-hour drive a 5-hour drive yesterday. The truck is doing well. I just refilled the tank for the first time, now at 427 miles. It's not getting 21 miles a gallon. I just refilled it. My first tank averaged about 16.2. Now, after being in the truck for about 30 hours between yesterday and today, well, 30 hours since I first started driving it, excuse me, the only complaint I've really got is the controls, as you can see there. So what's kind of a pain is if this time of year the seats automatically go to heat, and the steering wheel goes to heat, and which is a great feature. However, to turn it off, you have to go into controls. You can't just do it on my previous one. My 2017, it was right on the bottom of the screen in one of those toggles, and you could turn the seat warmers and ventilators on and off, as well as the steering wheel heat. So that's kind of a little pain in the butt, but not a big complaint. And the other, which may or not be an issue, is not getting very good gas mileage. But you know, I'm sure the motor's not broken in with 428 miles on it. But very little complaint about this truck. Actually, it's the only thing. My only 2 complaints about this truck. And looking forward to seeing how it goes. I hope this video is helpful to some people who are looking at getting one of these. And I'm sure happy with it. I think it's a excellent truck, and I'm sure you would be happy with it. I say this is real life experience from somebody buying one, not somebody reviewing one. And I know there's a lot of review YouTube stories about these trucks, and I just wanted to share this. But everything else is working great. Love the truck. It's going to be interesting to see how it does over the next months as I get used to it. And hopefully in February get my race car trailer hooked up and head to Sebring. But please subscribe. Feel free to comment below. Don't waste your time or mine telling me about the quality of this video. I did this. I'm going to do it unedited. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I'm not offended. Hopefully you find it useful and you made your way through it. But please check out my other videos. I'm a car person. Love my race cars, love my street cars, Corvettes, GTO I'm restoring with my nephew. And if I get a chance to go to car shows and events, I always go. So thank you for watching, and hopefully this was helpful to you and it was enjoyable. Thanks.